Hey guys, welcome to game 2. LuckyFool did take game number 1. He is spawning as the yellow 10. I accidentally have him as green, so let us fix that really quick. There we go. The map is MLG Metalopolis, and this is a BO3, so if LuckyFool takes this game, he takes the series and does advance to the next round. This is the April finals for the Go4 StarCraft 2 Cup. So just give me 1 second fixing the scoreboard. And we should be all ready. So LuckyFool is spawning as the yellow Terran again, and MLG spawning as the green Protoss. MLG is in the 9 o'clock position, and LuckyFool is in the 3 o'clock position. We'll see what build LuckyFool decides to go for. He is going to throw down that 10 supply depot like always, and because this is MLG's Metalopolis, you do have these fake supply depots right down here to prevent any type of wall-offs from Protoss players, so we won't be seeing that. And you rarely see that nowadays, since it does require 3 pylons to completely wall that area off, and 3 pylons plus a cannon is more than an expansion, so that's a very, very expensive thing to do to your opponent. Can throw some Zergs off, but just not really cost effective anymore. We do have the probes being chrono boosted out. Gonna probably see a 13 gate. Yes, there goes the 13 gate. He is not gonna be doing a Nexus first this time. He doesn't have as safe of an expansion, and LuckyFool is going for that 12 barracks, not 13 barracks. 12 is the standard, and the 13 gas also coming out. So LuckyFool is going to play this game as standard as possible, and MLG is going out to scout, and LuckyFool first. That is an odd scout. Just wants to see if LuckyFool is cross positions and says, you know what, I'm going to scout completely across the map, then queue up for the next one. And this is MLG Metalopolis, so there's no way he can spawn on close positions. So he decides to scout this one and then goes and scouts over here. Nothing too fancy. And LuckyFool is going to go for that 15 orbital command. The probe is in LuckyFool's base, and we'll see if LuckyFool does know about those MLG rules, or if he's just going to go for that close position. It looks like he's going to go close air. So he probably does know about that. The normal scouting position on ladder on the Blizzard maps is scout close ground first, and then you scout over here and then over here. But since they can't spawn close ground, you normally have them scouting close air first and then go scout there. But MLG decides to change it up just a little bit. LuckyFool may be on his toes because, well, that probe got to his base very quickly that he knows it's not close air, and he's going to be like, wow, you changed your scouting pattern a little bit. And we have this Nexus coming up, so this is probably why MLG did scout that cross position first. This is a little bit closer than over here, but if he knows his opponent is here, the walking distance is pretty far. He knows he can do more of a macro build than if his opponent did spawn here. So when you see players scouting the complete opposite way first, they're not scouting to find cheese. They're trusting their opponent and scouting to see if they can do this huge economic build, as we see MLG doing, as this is a 1-gate expand. LuckyFool is going to answer this up. He's like, oh, you are macroing? Well, I don't know if he's going to be macroing. His Marines are placed down here. May look like LuckyFool is going to go into a macro game, or he could do a 1-base timing. I think he's going to do a double starport build, actually. Seeing this SCV come off, yes, you're going to see the double starport from LuckyFool. It is a very strong build. And against a Nexus first, I think it's going to be devastating. We will find out if MLG can get enough stalkers. And yes, there goes that starport. Looks like LuckyFool was going for a fast expansion. Does throw his opponent kind of a fork in the road with this double ports, and Zealot is chasing this SCV. The SCV will make it back, and LuckyFool going to throw down the Hellion just to keep it looking as standard as possible. Going to get some extra scouting, but he's not really too concerned about the scouting. He wants this double port Banshee, and he does have it. It is going to go completely unscouted. The one stalker may actually say, oh, no expansion. He may gear up for some sort of timing attack. LuckyFool saying, no, you cannot see. I have not expanded. Gonna send these Marines up and deny scouting again. That stalker could actually go down. As you see, LuckyFool was going closer and closer. That stalker is running away. The Hellion is flying over, just has his pedal to the metal and decides to stop. That Hellion could have easily came by and picked off the stalker, but, well, he's not too concerned about it. The main thing is he doesn't want the stalker to come in here to see there's no command center, because that will throw him kind of in the loop that it is a 1-base play. LuckyFool is getting this Raven first because, while the Raven, unlike the Banshees, becomes more valuable over time as it does gain energy. I know the Banshees do gain energy too, but he is not going to be going for a cloak. He's going to use that Raven 4-point defense stone, and that energy on the Banshee is going to be useless to him because, well, He just wants Banshees to do the damage. The point defense drone, well, will stop any units from actually hitting his Banshees, as the only projectiles, or the only anti-air Emmett has are projectiles. I know he has the sentry, but that thing's going to go down so quickly. And LuckyFool will target that first, because not only can it hit the Banshees, but it can also lower the damage of the Banshees, because, well, that Guardian Shield does lower the Banshee's damage by, I believe, 4, because they do have 2 attacks. Yes, 2 attacks. Lowers projectiles damage by 2. So you can see that that would lower it by 4, which is pretty significant. The Observer does come. LuckyFool has this Raven here. Observer sees 1 Banshee. He may be thinking it's cloak play. I'm not exactly sure. LuckyFool kind of gets a hint of this. Sees that little blur moving. He knows he has to move soon because his opponent has an idea of what he's doing. This build still is fairly unique using it like this. Normally you see Banshees just for kind of a harassment with cloak, but no, LuckyFool is using to bolster his army. He has to be a little bit careful. Those Banshees are flying a little bit unprotected. And those Hellions going way ahead. I would love to see LuckyFool just moving a little bit more careful. You do have a lot of SCVs here to absorb damage and heal up these Banshees. And here we go. LuckyFool is going to come in. 1 force field does go down. That's not going to do too much. Going to this army type, you see LuckyFool has a much larger army than his opponent. And here you go. He scouts the Nexus first, and this is his answer to it. We will find out. Force fields underneath the Banshees to try to prevent the Banshees from healing them. But that is not going to do too much. The probes do come off the line. But those Hellions demolish probes with that AoE damage, and I think Emmett cannot hold this off. LuckyFool hasn't really taken too much of a hit. Look at this, 550 resources lost for LuckyFool. 2,600 for Emmett. That point defense has done so much. And this 1 Stalker does go down, and now LuckyFool does have 3 Banshees. 3 Banshees can easily take out 3 Stalkers. Look at this damage from the Banshees. LuckyFool with a little bit of micro. And showing no Banshees do go down. This is going to be game number 2. LuckyFool going to take this series 2-0. And well played, I guess, from Emmett. And LuckyFool does throw the GG as well. Does know the counter to those fast expansion builds. And before you say, oh, he cheesed, well, he saw the well, not Nexus first. I shouldn't say that. The 1-gate Nexus or 1-gate expand. LuckyFool saw that. He knows like a direct counter to that is this 1 base timing. Proved to be very effective.